Okay, my dear learners, you are most welcome. Good afternoon, each and everybody. I hope you are fine. Yeah, this is Teacher Joel Malma. I want to welcome you in today's lesson. On call, I want to welcome Admin Charles Otto, whom I'm working with in the background to see that everything moves on well. Admin, you are most welcome. I want to take this opportunity to recognize the presence of my dear learners who are on call. And there I have Nantale Gabriel, Chitiwa Kilowi, I have Alvin, Elizabeth, Gideon Onyang, who else? Lilian, Nathaniel, Martha, you are most welcome. Wondo Alpha Joshua, and Isaiah, who is just joining, you are most welcome. This is Primal 2, and we are going to learn English. So as usual, I would like to request one of you, my learners, to lead us in the opening prayer. Then I shall move on with my communication. So far, those ones showing interest, I have Nantale Gabriela together with Chitiwa Kilowi. Let me hear from Nantale since she's the first one. May you please lead us in the opening prayer? Nantale, I can't hear from you. May you please lead us in the opening prayer? Nantale?
Yes.
I see your hand is up. Would you like to lead us in the opening prayer? I think Nantale is not ready. Let me give this opportunity to Kilowi.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, I see your hand is up. Would you like to lead us in the opening prayer?
Yes.
Okay, this is so good. May you please lead us?
Yeah, God, we thank you for this wonderful day.
This means there are many.
Bless this lesson. Bless our teachers. Bless every student. Bless us. Help the teacher. Help us to get money for paying school fees. In Jesus' name, we have prayed. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Chloe, for leading us in the opening prayer.
You're welcome, teacher.
Yeah. I hope everything is fine with you out there, my dear learners. We are blessed to meet once again at this particular moment. For those ones who have taken some time without learning together with us, or has the blessings gone off? I saw blessing, but it seems she has gone off. I wanted to put up a few announcements before I start to teach. And for you who have been with us always, you know our daily programs and the upcoming events for next week, where we shall be having examination. So be getting ready, and in today's lesson in English, I will continue to put emphasis on how we can answer questions, more especially when it comes to section B. In the textbooks that we have for English, work which is given to us as learners when we are attempting examination in section B is not well put in the books. This content is almost missing. We rarely learn about stories. We have poem, dialogue, conversation, composition, a picture story. This work, I've tried to check in the textbooks. It is not well put there for us to learn. So in today's lesson, I want to put more emphasis on that area. So without taking much time, since we have already finished having the opening prayer, we are blessed that our admin today has stable internet connections. We are streaming live on YouTube. Now I think we are set. A good number of you have so far joined the class. I think I can now move on and bring something new that we are going to look at today. However, in case you have any question, I would like to answer your question in like 1 or 2 minutes before I get to show you what we are going to learn. Let me hear from Isaiah, then Kyra. I see your hands are up.
Yes,
Yes, Isaiah, how are you today?
teacher. I want to do the close.
Okay, Isaiah wants to lead us in the closing prayer.
I'm fine.
It's okay, Isaiah. There is no problem with that. You will please lead us in the closing prayer. If I don't forget, then let me hear from Kyra. Meanwhile, others, you can send me messages via the chat room. Yes, Kyra.
Teacher, I just want to say good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon to you. How are you, my girl?
I'm fine.
That is so good. How is mommy? How is daddy? And everyone at home?
They are fine.
Okay, that is so good. Thank you for joining our class. We are set to start off.
Okay.
Yeah. Kale. That has been Kyra. And among the messages I have so far received, I got a message from Chitiwa Kilowi and 2 from Alvin. Alvin, number 21, is saying, teacher, are you sick? No, I'm not sick. Then Alvin is asking, teacher, are you at school? Good morning. Good morning, my boy Alvin. I'm not sick. I'm very fine and very ready to teach you. Only that I'm not working from my office as usual. This time round, I'm home. I'm at home. Yeah. So that is why you can see that there is that change of environment. Okay, I need to start off teaching. Blessings is with us. Thank you for joining. Blessings, I've taken some time without seeing you in class. And the only communication I can make as of now is that we are starting examination next week on Monday and Tuesday. For more information, I will share with you later. But now let us get to learning. Today is Wednesday, 8th December 2021. And as you can see from your screen, today we are going to look at, we shall start with a conversation. We need to look at a conversation. Then later there is something else that I've prepared because I'm here to guide you on how we can go about questions which are given to us in examination. And some teachers delay to teach that section B, which has comprehension questions. With comprehension, it means you have to read, and after reading, you answer. You read either a story, a dialogue, a poem, a conversation. So today I want to talk about conversation. Now, this word conversation, I would like to break it into smaller words that we can understand. So I'm calling them keywords. Keywords when it comes to conversation. This word conversation comes from the word converse. Converse means having a talk. But now, a talk which is not between me and you, one person. Just like you can see in this picture. Whom do you know within this picture? Much as some of them, you may not see their face, you see their backs, okay? Are you able to identify some people within the picture? Hey, let me hear from Alvin. Alvin.
Teacher.
Yes, please.
I see President Museveni.
Alvin is seeing President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda. This is very correct. Thank you so much, Alvin. Another person. Is there any other person that you know? Sibley. Tell me, is there any other person you know in this picture apart from the president? Yes, Sibley? Oh, I can't hear from Sibley. All right. Onyang, tell me something. Any other person you know? I see Natalie raising up her hand. It seems she knows somebody else. Natalie. What is happening?
Yep.
Yeah.
President.
Natalie?
Yes.
Whom else do you see in the picture apart from the president of Uganda?
The wife of president.
Hey, the wife of president. Now they are two. The one who is covering the head with a veil, or this one in blue? Who is the wife?
In blue.
In blue. Okay. Thank you. Me, I'm also not sure whether she's the wife or not. Anyway, let us leave this picture. It's good that we've at least come to know some of the people who are within this picture. Now, why did I bring this picture for you here? It's because we are talking about a conversation which we are going to learn. And we are saying a conversation is a talk that is between 3 or more people, not between two. If it is a talk between two people, we don't call it a conversation. That one is a dialogue. But this one, which is between 4 and more people, 3 and more people, that is a conversation. Somebody is talking to me? Okay. So now, my other keyword is topic. A conversation must be having a topic. Topic is the point of discussion. There is discussing about the topic. Are we together? So in this picture you are seeing where President Museveni is here having some visitors. These visitors you are seeing, this lady here having a veil on her head, she is Her Excellency Suluhu, the current president of Tanzania. Then she came with other delegates or representatives from the government of Uganda are here. But in the picture, we see only 4 people. Now, these people met to have a conversation on a special topic. And the talk was about the deal of signing the agreement for the pipeline project. But this is not what we need to look at. Allow me not to go deep into explaining what is here. But I just wanted to bring out that any conversation must have a topic of discussion. This word is discussion. So as the president, he had to discuss with his counterpart, the president of Tanzania, and other people about the pipeline project. That was the topic. Now let us get to our conversation, which we are going to learn today, and we leave out this one, which was for the president. Here I'm saying, read the conversation below and answer questions in full sentences. Now here we have our conversation. Remember I said is a talk between 3 or more people. Now in this conversation I've brought for you, we see teacher is one of the people in the conversation. There is Peter, there is Ida, there is Rose, Becca, Lodrick, and Shifra. Now, the teacher said, what do you do when there are mosquitoes in your home? Meaning the topic was mosquitoes in the home. And what do you do? Then Peter said, I spray my home when there are mosquitoes. Ida said, I sleep under a mosquito net. Rose and Becca said, we slash the tall grass around our home. Then teacher again changed the topic and asked, what do you do when you get an accident? Lodrick said, I go to the hospital when I get an accident. Shifra said, I go to the nearest clinic. Are we seeing, my dear learners? So this was a talk between these people. Now I want to get back to you. We are going to read together this conversation because we have some questions to answer. Now allow me to begin with the somebody's name is confusing me here, but I know you are one of my learners. You are not an intruder. Let me first confirm. You know, some of you joined without your admission numbers. Ara Puye, who is this one? I'm beginning with you. I want to rename you with the name I know in the system, then you read for us the conversation. Ara Puye, who is this? May you unmute? Hey. I know you are using somebody's device to come to class to learn. Rapuye, I've ever talked to you, but I forgot your name. May you unmute? And he's not responding. Don't you think I will put you in the waiting room if you don't respond? Much as we are in class, I can remove you from class and put you in the waiting room. Arapuye. I don't know whether that is the correct pronunciation of your name, but I would like to hear from you. Meanwhile, let's have Mwesgwa Alvin to read for us. Excuse me, Mwesgwa, wait, let me first hear from Ara. Hello. Hello, Arapuye, can I talk to you? Ara, who is this one? What is your name? Hello? Oh, anyway. He's in a noisy class, a noisy place. Let's just move on. Mwesgwa Alvin, read for us the conversation.
Yes.
Mwesgwa, we are
The
reading the
teachers.
conversation.
What do you do when there are mosquitoes? Yes, teacher. I spray my room when there are mosquitoes. Then Ada said I sleep under a mosquito net. Then Rose and Baka said we shall slash the tall grass around our home. Then the teacher said, what do you do when you get an accident? Then Roderick said, I go to the hospital when I get an accident. Shifra said, I go to the nearest clinic.
Wow, thank you so much, Mwesgwa Alvin. Can I hear from girls? Girls, can we also read very well? There we are. Let us hear from Faith reading for us.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Faith. We need to read the conversation. Can you please read for us as we are following?
Teacher, what
Yes.
to do? What do you do when there are mosquitoes in your home? Peter, I spray my home when there are mosquitoes. Ida, I sleep under a mosquito net. Rose and Becca, we slash the tall grass around our home. Teacher, what do you do when you get an accident?
Roderick.
Roderick, I go to the hospital when I get an accident. Shifra, I go to the nearest clinic.
Okay, thank you so much, Faith. Do you have any question?
Teacher,
Yes, please.
I want to lead in the closing prayer.
Really? Okay, thank you so much for showing interest. I have Isaiah also wants to lead us in the closing prayer. No problem, we shall see as time goes on. We shall see if I don't
teacher.
forget. Thank you, Faith, for reading and putting up your request. This is so good. We need to read the conversation several times. We get to know what is in it, then we answer questions. I'm going to request you to begin writing it as Isaiah reads for us. Let me ask Isaiah to read for us as we start to write this conversation. Isaiah.
Yes, teacher. I'm going to the conversation below and answer the question in full sentences. The teacher said, what do you do when there are mosquitoes in your home. And Peter said, I spray my home when there are mosquitoes. Either I sleep under a mosquito net, Rose said, and Becca, we slash the tall grass around our home. The teacher said, what do you do when you get an accident? Roderick, I go to the hospital when I get an accident. Shifra, I go to the nearest clinic.
Okay, thank you so much, Isaiah, for reading for us. This is so good. Now, my dear learners, this was a talk between the teacher and those learners in class, just like we are also having our lesson going on. Now, when you finish writing, we are going to answer some questions about this conversation. You write quickly. This is P2. At least we are not very slow when it comes to writing, like those in P1. So after there, I would like to ask you some questions. Meanwhile, I have some messages from you. Let me try to see what are these messages saying. Is there any message that I have to respond to? Let me see. Okay. Isaiah was saying my network is low. Okay, somehow disturbing. Sorry. Now you can write. Mwesgwa Alvin was asking.
Network was low.
Okay. Mkinzi Banis is asking if we are recording. Teacher, can I please record? Record by writing in the book, not recording a video. A video is already being recorded and we shall send it to you on Google Classroom. Martha wants to read. Yes, Martha, we have another item after this one, which you will have to read. Alvin, not Alvin, but another Alvin was asking about time. Yeah, it's 12 o'clock. Okay. I think those are enough. Thank you. Now we need to begin answering some questions about this piece of work that we are writing in our books. And when you finish writing, just send me a message. When I get from like 2 or 3 people, I shall take you to the questions about this. So I will request you to alert me when you finish writing by sending me a message in the chat room. Meanwhile, I need to check. Is there any other person in class whom I don't know? No. All of you, I know you. Okay. Jesse Elijah and Mwesgwa Alvin have so far finished. Others, let me give you like 1 or 2 minutes. You finish writing, and then we move on to the questions. We don't need to take much time when writing. We don't need to take much time there when writing. Okay. Hey, Alvin, there is another Alvin, number 21. He's just asking if you are to write. Yes, I asked you long time to start writing, and I'm about to take you to questions. So if you are just starting, sorry, you may get this work later on Google Classroom, because now our time is going and we need to look at questions. And another piece of work that is always common in examination, which is set. And most of you fail this work simply because we as teachers, we don't take enough time to prepare you to reading. Some of you have got challenges when it comes to reading. So you hate reading stories, conversations. Then when you get to such a number, you don't dare to answer, you just leave, or you write there funny answers, but without reading. So I'm taking much of my time to teach you how to read and how you can answer this work. Nantale Gabriela is saying, teacher, no power at our home. Oh, sorry, Nantale, about that one. If you are not having power at home, sorry. But you will, I believe you are connected to us, so you are managing to learn. Let us get to questions now. I believe most of you have finished writing. Martha and Wondo Alpha have already finished. This is enough to confirm that a big number is done. Let us look at questions. Question 1 says, what does Peter do when there are mosquitoes? I begin with the Wondo Alpha. Much as you have not put up your hand, answer this number 1. You rarely answer. Joshua, tell us, what does Peter do when there are mosquitoes?
He sleeps in the mosquito net when there are mosquitoes.
Really? Joshua, first look at the conversation. Look at the words of Peter. What did Peter say? May you read for us?
Peter prays his home when there are mosquitoes.
Very good. That is what Peter said. Now the question is, what does Peter do when there are mosquitoes? How do we answer? Joshua. Yes, your answer is correct. Peter sprays.
Peter sprays his home when there are mosquitoes.
Good. So here we write the answer and say, Peter sprays his home when there are mosquitoes. Did we do that, all of us? Now, number 2, everybody write the question and answer it. What does Ida do when there are mosquitoes? I want everybody to answer that question in your book. I'm going to pick somebody to tell us the answer you have written, not from those ones even putting up their hands. I will just ask somebody. I'm giving you a minute to write the answer, as I upload this work on Google Classroom. Are we done? Have we finished? Let me choose someone to answer for us this question number 2. Let me check. Whom can I select? Hey, let me go to Nathaniel. Nathaniel, tell us the answer for number 2. What did you write? Nathaniel, number 2 says, what does Ida do when there are mosquitoes? Which answer did you write?
Aisha sleeps in a mosquito net.
Correct. The answer is Ida sleeps under a mosquito net. Thank you. Let us go to number 3. What does Rose and Becca do when there are mosquitoes? Let us answer that one. I'm going to ask somebody to answer this time, a girl. I'm going to pick just somebody to tell us the answer for this question. I'm just going to choose somebody. Be getting ready, be writing the answer there in just 30 seconds. I'm going to choose somebody. Let me see which girl in here. I'm going to ask Shanita Nagawa to answer. Tell us what you have written. Shanita Nagawa.
Yes, teacher.
The question is, what does Rose and Becca do when there are mosquitoes?
We slash the tall grass around our home.
Your answer is somehow correct, but you have used the we. Are you part of them? Are you part of Rose and Rebecca and Becca?
Yes.
No, you use their names. You say Rose and Becca slash the tall grass around the home. This is the answer which I want you to write. And I hope everyone wrote like this. Rose and Becca slash the tall grass around their home. That is the correct way we answer. Are we together?
Yes.
Okay, that is Shanita Nagawa. Another person is going to answer number 4. What does Lodrick do when he gets an accident? What does Lodrick do? I have finished uploading this work on Google Classroom for those who missed writing. Let me hear from who? Jesse Elijah. Let me get to boys. Jesse.
Yes, teacher.
The question is, what does Lodrick do when he gets an accident?
Rodrick goes to the hospital when he gets an accident.
Wow, thank you so much, Jesse Elijah. Lodrick goes to the hospital when he gets an accident. Lastly, question 5 says, what does Shifra do when she gets an accident? Somebody to answer this question, and we look at something else. And here I need a girl that is now Esther. Esther, tell us the answer. I want Martha to read for us where we are going. Esther. Hey, Esther is not responding. What's happening? Kale. Let me hear from Blessings. Blessings. What does number 5 says, what does Shifra do when she gets an accident? Blessings. I can't hear from Blessings. Maybe she has issues to do with the network. But finally, let me get one person, and that is now Mkinzi Banis. Answer for us number 5, and we move on to something new.
Shifra goes to the nearest clinic.
Very correct. We say Shifra goes to the nearest clinic when she gets an accident. You complete the sentence. You add when she gets an accident. Thank you so much, Shifra. There we have finished answering this piece of conversation. And when you get such work in your examination, please, I want you to answer the way we have answered, in full sentences. Don't ignore this kind of work. The answers are direct, okay? Yeah, now let us look at something new, and that is now a story. Here we are. Read the story below and answer the questions in full sentences. Let me read it once, then I hear from you reading. The topic or the title can be the heading, is our community. And we say, my name is Harriet. I live in Nakasongola district. In our community, we have different activities done by different people. A doctor treats sick people. A teacher teaches children at school. Police officers keep law and order. I stay with Auntie Victoria, who works in the market. She is a market vendor. She sells vegetables like tomatoes, cabbage, onions, avocado, and some greens like nakati. This is our story. Can we hear Martha reading? Then other people also, I will bring you on board. Martha?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. I would like you to read.
Our community. My name is Harriet. I live in Nakasongola district.
Nakasongola district.
Nakasongola district. In our community, we have different activities done by different people. A doctor treats sick people. A teacher teaches children at school. Police officers keep law and order. I stay with Aunt Victoria, who works in the market. She is a market vendor. She sells vegetables like tomatoes, cabbage, onions, and avocado, and some greens like nakati.
Wow, this is so good. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Martha, for reading very well. I have another person on call whom I'm going to ask to read for us, and that is, let me see, who hasn't read? I have Roshan. Let me give this opportunity to Roshan Namat.
Yes, please, teacher.
Roshan, are you a boy or you are a girl?
I'm a girl, teacher.
Oh, sorry, I've been mistaking you to be a boy. Sorry,
No,
once I
I'm a
remember I
girl.
said my boy Roshan, yet you're a girl. Okay, thank you. I want you to read for us the story before we start looking at the questions.
Yes, teacher. Our community. My name is Harriet. I live in Nakasongola district. In our community, we have different activities done by different people. A doctor treats sick people. A teacher teaches children at school. Police officers keep law and order. I stay with my aunt Victoria, who works in the market. She is a market vendor. She sells vegetables like tomatoes, cabbage, onions, avocado, and some green like nakati.
Wow, thank you so much, Roshan. Let me hear from boys. Then I shall ask Blessings Anne to read for us also. She has taken some time without learning with us, and this week I see she has joined. So among the boys, I have Jesse Elijah, Nathaniel, and Mwesigwa Alvin. Nathaniel, let me give this opportunity to Nathaniel because I haven't heard him very well. Nathaniel, represent the boys.
Our community. My name is Harriet. I live in Nakasongola district. In our community, we have different activities done by different people. A doctor treats sick people. A teacher teaches children at school. Police officers keep law and order. I stay with Aunt Victoria, who works in the market. She is. I stay with. She is a market vendor. She sells vegetables like tomatoes, cabbage, onions, and avocado, some goods like nakati.
Okay, thank you, Nathaniel. Now, my dear learners, why am I overburdening you to read? It's because I want you not to say that this work is tasking. When it comes in exams, you just look at it and you jump to the questions, you begin writing answers, but wrong ones because of not reading. This is a story or a passage. When it comes in examination, please read it like 2 or 3 times if you have enough time, such that you get to understand it very well. Then after that, you can get to the questions and you begin answering. Now, since our time is going, I want us to get to the questions. Then after there, we can call it a day. Yes. Those ones whom I have not given the opportunity, sorry, next time. Question number 1 says, write the title of the story. Sometimes we say, what is the title of the story? But here we are saying, write the title. What do we do there? Somebody tell us, Sibley, how do we answer this question? What are we supposed to do? Sibley? Okay.
Hello, teacher.
Yes, how do we answer number 1? Oh, what is the answer? Sibley. What is the answer for number 1? Okay, Kali. Sibley has poor network and is somehow disturbed. Let me get to Kyla. Kyla, how do we answer number 1?
The title of the story is Our Community.
Okay, Thank you. But now, that is if I ask you that, what is the title of the story? Then you will say, the title of the story is Our Community. But where we say, write the title of the story, just get there and write the title of the story like what you are seeing on your screen. Write only the word, Our Community. Is this understood, all learners? In English, we are so specific to the way you answer. You just need to write the title of the story as you are seeing. No full stop even, because this is not a sentence. Number 2, who is telling the story? Let me hear from boys. I begin with the Mwesigwa, Alvin.
Yes, teacher.
Who is telling the story?
Harriet is telling the story.
Wow, correct. Harriet is telling the story. Thank you so much, Alvin. You are indeed very active and steady. When I mention your name, you quickly unmute and you give us the correct answer. How about Stiwa Chloe? Stiwa Chloe. Question number 3 is there.
Where does Harriet live?
Chloe, there is something in the background that is not doing me well here, and the question had come with its answer. So the question was, where does Harriet live? And the answer is, Harriet lives in Nakasongola district. Harriet lives in Nakasongola district. Now look at this answer. In the question, we have the word live. Even in the story, we have the word live. But when answering, we change it to lives by adding s, simply because Harriet lives there every day. Now we have to answer in the everyday tense, or the present simple tense, where we add s by saying Harriet lives in Nakasongola district. Now let's move on. Question 4 says, who treats sick people? Somebody is going to answer this question, and that is Alvin, number 21. Alvin, number 21. Who treats sick people?
A doctor treats sick people.
Very correct. Very correct. A doctor treats sick people. And the question number 5, write one item sold by Auntie Victoria. Here, let me get to Arapuye. I hope now I can hear very well from you. Ara, yes? What is your name?
Nathaniel.
Hey, Nathaniel. But I've been seeing another name in here of Nathaniel. Let me first check. Are you using 2 devices?
No. Yes, sometimes I use my laptop, sometimes I use my mom's phone.
Hey, now is that your mommy's phone?
Yeah.
Okay, because now I see Nathaniel is no longer in class, and I'm seeing you again with a different name. Okay, no problem. Kali. Now, number 5 says we are to list the items sold by Auntie Victoria. Do you still remember them?
Yes, it was.
What are they?
Cabbage, avocado, nakati.
What else? Cabbage, avocado, nakati.
And what?
Hey.
And tomatoes, onions.
Good. Thank you so much, my boy. Yeah. You've mastered them. The question wanted us to give one, but I tasked you to give many, of which it was a little bit tasking, but you've passed it. Thank you so much. You are a bright boy.
Teacher, I want to do a closing prayer.
Oh, you want to lead in the closing prayer? It's okay. We shall see. I have now 3 people, and we are left with 5 minutes to do that. Anyway, first come, first serve. Let me see what to do. Thank you so much. Now, my dear learners, let us finish by writing these answers, as you can see. Oh, but you did not write the story. Remember, we just read. Now, this is what we are going to do. However much I have guided you with this, write the questions, but is it okay? No, we need to write the story, then you answer. This is what I'm going to do. This story, I've been guiding you just how you answer. Let me give you another story now, which you will have to write and answer. You get the point? Because I was going to ask you to download the work from Google Classroom, you write the story and answer the questions. But now I've put it with these answers. That means I have to give you a new one. Now, remember, why did I bring this work to you? Is that when you come across this kind of work in examination, don't just focus on the examination we are going to do on Monday and Tuesday, but always read the story and remember to answer questions in full sentences. Read and understand very well the question first, together with the story, then you begin answering. Look at number 2 where we said, who is telling the story? Most of you would just say Harriet, and you end there. There you have not answered in full sentence. So I cross you, you lose marks. But you have to say Harriet is telling the story and put a full stop. The moment you don't put a full stop, there is no mark for you in English. Look at number 3. Where does Harriet live? Don't just say Nakasongola or Nakasongola district and you end there. Answer in a full sentence by saying Harriet lives in Nakasongola district. Put a full stop. Number 4, who treats sick people? Don't just write doctor. There I would say, name the person who treats sick people. So if I ask you to name, or you write the name, or how we call, there is okay. But this is a question which says, who treats sick people? I want a full sentence by saying, a doctor treats sick people. Is that clear? Yes. So my dear learners, our time is over. We shall not go beyond this. You are going to find activity of this lesson on P2 Google Classroom. I'm just going to put, because I need to give you new work for you, which I will mark. Then what else? I just want to say thank you for attending this lesson. It has been so good to hear from you. Let us meet once again next time. Now, I would like to hear from some of you if you have questions. People with the questions, only put up your hands. Then Isaiah was the first person to request me to pray. So you will allow me ask Isaiah to pray afterwards. Meanwhile, I need to read some of your messages before we have the closing prayer. But I can't tell who wants to ask a question. Let me first put all your hands down, all hands down. Roshan has a question, and Nkinzi. Let me hear from Roshan, then Nkinzi.
Teacher,
Yes, please.
what? Only 1 week to do exams.
And not even a week, just 2 days, Monday and Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you ready for the exams?
Yes.
That is very good. Thank you. Let me hear from Nkinzi, then Gideon.
Teacher,
Yes, please.
have you already uploaded the work on Google Classroom?
Yes, I've already uploaded this work we've been learning, but the activities coming. I want to put for you a new story, which you are going to read and answer the questions.
Okay.
Thank you, Bernice. Let me hear from Gideon. Gideon, can I hear from you?
I want to pray for tomorrow's closing prayer.
Oh, tomorrow's closing prayer. Okay, thank you so much, Gideon. Tomorrow, I'm not going to teach. Teacher Didas will be teaching you mathematics. You will please ask him to let you lead in the closing prayer. Finally, let me hear from Ayla. Ayla did not speak to me since the lesson started. May I hear from you?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, how are you, Ayla? And how is Abby?
Abid is fine.
And you?
I'm fine.
That is so good. Any question before Isaiah leads us in the closing prayer?
Teacher, when are we starting the exams?
Exams are there on Monday and Tuesday for P1, P2, and P3. Then nursery will begin Monday, Tuesday, and finish on Wednesday. Theirs will be for 3 days. Ours P1 to P3, only 2 days, Monday and Tuesday.
Thank you, teacher.
You are most welcome. With that now, my dear learners, allow me to ask Isaiah to lead us in the closing prayer. Time has gone, and he was the first person to request for this. Yes, Isaiah.
Almighty Lord, we thank you for this day of learning. Let us study and understand more things that teach all our teachers, and bless us also to understand what teachers teach us. In Jesus' mighty name we have prayed. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Isaiah. May God bless each and everybody. Right now, I would like to ask you to unmute and you say bye-bye to us with admin Charles.
Joel.